What is up, people? Welcome to GreaverTV. We're going live with our coverage for tonight. Had a little bit of a pause, so we're restarting. It is BH or Buzzin Hornets versus OWL8 or One Night Stand. Got No Mercy with me tonight. What's up, dude?
Hey Griever, not much. Looking forward to this game. Been a while since I've cast Div 4, and these two teams are about as evenly matched as any two are on the pool. We've got a third versus fourth as it currently stands, so I should be a cracker.
Yeah, indeed it should be. Those are some very interesting standings. Watching Sori in his rollout. Takes an early sticky. No, it doesn't look like it was actually deaded on him. That's interesting. Soldiers jumped over the top. Forced Sori out. That's good work. Sori down. Cursive down. But Vinti and Kaber going down on the other side. So that's med down for the red team. You can see them getting so aggressive, trying to force them out of his mid. That's really good play. But, wow. Crit walks? Who the hell was that? Coming from behind and taking out Dud, the demo man.
Yeah, it looks like Dorky's lag hasn't fully gone away yet, but that's really unlucky that OWL8 had all but won that rollout and kind of made a munch of it by just overextending with their scouts, like their demo alone on the point, and when they really should have just been consolidating on the train on the point, getting the cap, and not worrying too much about the medic advantage. They're now going to be content to probably being able to hold this spy. We've got a bit of a scout battle here, two scouts, that's both Crit Rockets and AC, doing a nice job. I think they're going to get this cap up, despite some Demo Man span on the balcony, that is of course Dud. But yeah, they're going to get that cap, and now I think OWL8 are in a bit of trouble because they don't really know if they can push out here. They've got a bit of Uber Raj, but I think they're just going to sit on last and play it safe here, Griever.
Yeah, and that's not a bad decision, all things considered right now. So far we've seen both teams, you know, playing by the book in regards to strats, so yeah, I haven't, like, same as you, I haven't really casted anything from Div 4 in a while. I usually cast the very bottom in Div 6, or, as with you, usually Div 1, so this is interesting to see how they do things in Div 4.
Well, that's it. I mean, often the big difference in these sort of middling divisions isn't that they have no idea what they're doing. They know the holds, they understand locations and roles. They're just a bit ill-disciplined when it comes to, like, sort of the free-form play, really just, like, getting back to the med when they need to, and often DM is just a big difference as well.
Yeah, that, and of course recognizing advantages. Although that doesn't tune up too high until you get to the top of Div 2, really, does it? So
yeah, well, everyone knows what an advantage is, but in real-time play, when shit's going down, it can be really difficult to, like, properly evaluate exactly the difference between a scout and a soldier, and that you should in fact be pushing. Teams will just be like 5 seconds slow, and that can often be the difference. As Cursive is getting pretty cheeky here underneath the bottom left, and I'm not sure if the soldier knows or not because there's premeditated spam, almost killing Crit Rockets, but I think Cursive likes his spot there. They're just desperate for this little bait, and with 100% Uber on both teams, it seems like they're willing to wait for some sort of advantage that is the guys from BZ. But here we go, going to lead it under. That is Deadly Hunter taking this Uber. Ubered fairly early in response, so both teams should have it out around the same time. Looks like he's going to get caught out, Deadly Hunter, but the Uber is safe, but just losing way too many people on this push.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Two scouts still alive, but four in fact, and wow, that's a nice play by AC, and turning what was looking like a pretty shaky push there to his advantage by just standing on the point.
Pretty much doing what good scouts do, stand on points. Well, you saw the demo, he just got forward and the scout saw it and he's like, hey, I can do this, and he ran on. Sorry, not quite getting his sticky right there on the rollout. We'll see what his timing is like. Sticky there waiting for him, gets the pop on it. That's 95 health. The scout forwards him, or in this case, a soldier. Whoa, with the big pipe, there's going to be Kaber down. Sorry, will go down. But look at this, they've sent Cursive really aggressive. They have a major player disad right now, though, the blue team. If they can't get a couple of key picks before they get into positioning, they're going to have to roll on out of here. Looks like that is what they are doing, No Mercy. But that's a good mid from OWL8 taking advantage of them.
Yeah, they took ground pretty quickly and had good control. OWL8 with the big bomb really didn't do the best of it, kind of missed all his rockets, and when you're sort of all in on those aggressive soldier plays and they don't do the damage, it can really hurt you.
Yeah, so let's have a look. It looks like they're setting up a sentry at last already. They're comfortable to hold at last. They didn't really want to contest Spire.
I really don't like this play. When you've got this much Uber disadvantage, you need to be doing something to buy time. Even if it's just throwing idiots at the other team, trying to defend the Spire, they're not really expecting... Here we go, they are holding up all. This is a lot better to see. Force the Uber, so they've achieved their objective.
They're going to drop at least one player. No?
No, that... Yeah. Exactly what they had to do there. They just couldn't afford to sit on the sentry in the Uber and just trust that it'll work. But there's just so much more room on the map to, like, make something happen in by time.
Yeah. This has actually
Now,
worked out really well for them, No Mercy, because they've got such an uber advantage. They've of course got the sentry gun set up level 3 at last. So if they were to push, you know, like if they're going to be in a good position to do it, they've still got a player in the bottom right. However, the rest of the combo and the rest of the players have fallen out to Greybridge, so they're expecting a push to come from this. So yet again, quite surprising to see how able these teams are. ONS recognising their disadvantage and what's likely to happen and acting upon that CK but over here by drop down. So it's going to be interesting to see what Buzzin Hornets decide to do here, No Mercy.
Yeah, I think they're going to take the... this is a serious game, so we're not prepared to take risk strat, which is defendable, not ideal, but just so common. I would have liked to see them push out with this uber advantage. It was 90%. Failing that, though, if you don't want to push out an uber advantage, at the very least, go and do something random. Like this. Like, yeah, go run a spy, go run a scout. Just suicide 1 or 2 players. Because while you've got uber advantage at last, that's not really something that they're going to be able to capitalize on. So the life loss is negligent. And hell, maybe they get the medic and then you can push out legitimately.
I think he's just going to uncloak here. I'm sure he will. Just uncloak, bro. Just do it. No, don't walk away. They will have pushed by there. Come on, just uncloak. No, there's still... He's going to get the... No! Oh, he gets the scout. Oh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. They haven't even popped. They've got a 2-player advantage. Let's do it. ONS
Deadmau5 is wondering why he's the unlucky one that got chosen. As Uber comes in, he gets the sentry pretty quick. Using the entire Uber on the sentry means that Bear has an Uber, but they've lost Chris Rockets, and suddenly a Uber advantage with only 3 up is a lot harder than with 4 up. Definitely do want to use it early. They're not let anyone die. And ONS are in great high ground position here. Re-entry by, I believe that is Tonberry. Really good play by him.
They got the pick they needed.
Exactly what you want to do. Medic's in a bit of trouble, but
nice.
Deadmau5 gets the cap. And that's a really nice push by ONS to bring it up to 1-1.
Yeah, any misconceptions I had about, you know, Div 4 being, you know, extremely close to Div 5 or, you know, or Div 3 being further away is, no, yeah, blown out of the water.
Sorry, electing to go balcony, pretty low health. Scout and Soldier rushing mate for ONS, pretty aggressive. Cannonbobbing Soldier kind of just gets himself killed there shooting the wall. I think Cursive is going to win out against his Scout though, who's just choking all his shots. But what's happening on the actual point, it looks like the win is going to go to ONS after Bear unfortunately gets taken down pretty early on the fight.
Yeah, and wow, that was a good bomb, but Vinty still on 85 health. Yeah, that was, I mean, it was probably pretty lucky for ONS because they didn't commit properly in some respects, but... Well, good result. Losing Bear's got to hurt. I didn't actually see where he went down. It looked as though someone just flanked for a house, possibly. Did you see it?
No, I wasn't quite sure what got him. But it's interesting what you say there. I mean, not having good territory and being in awkward positioning isn't ideal, but honestly, the team that just plays more together and protects their medic better is often the one that'll... And that's what ONS are doing more here. They're more willing to, like, stick their scouts a little bit closer to the medic, really try to punish overextended players. Once again, the cap being capped while the Demo Man is still alive. This is something that really shouldn't be happening. I mean, I know it's not easy with Uber disadvantage, but you just leave a little bit of room for your Demo Man and just let your Demo Man do nothing but reapply stickies to the point.
Yeah, that was funny because Cursive was over watching left. He was doing a good job, and then he shot a rocket into the concrete in front of him and killed himself. That's kind of where it all went bad. But look at the scout so forward. Sasori down as Demoman. But
yeah,
you see how
play by Dorky.
Because that was actually really nice getting so forward and getting that damage. They weren't able to actually get enough damage in there though. They took so much themselves, and then all that positioning just fell to pieces.
Bear did a nice job of getting out there that time. They saw that things were going south and just retreated super fast. Reconnected with a scout, so they will have Uber for this last hold. But yeah, ever since that first push, it seems like they're just getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Cursive is doing some like, it's good to be aggressive as secondary, but a little bit on the random side. And whereas by context, doesn't have Uber yet. Bear's gonna get caught by Tonberry. Absolutely didn't see that one coming. Huge play, and that'll end the round in seconds.
And we saw a scout, obviously scared by what was going on, and actually backed out the back, so they ended up with only 4 players trying to defend against that Uber.
Yeah, they were just totally blindsided there. In fact, so was I.
That was a high level push. That was good. That was just instant. They knew they had the advantage. They went and they used it. In fact, they may not have even known they had that advantage, but they were just being so aggressive. You know, I mean, it's not even aggressive. I mean, it wasn't that they were jumping in like retards. They just, as you say, moved as a unit.
Yeah, Tomberry's doing a good job as primary. Deadly Hunter didn't exactly score a single point that entire half, but he's still doing his job as secondary, just getting in there, really messing things up, letting Croz and Crit Rockets mop up his damage, which is good to see.
Yeah. Honestly, Buzzin Hornets, I think they have a lot of potential here. Hopefully they can pull it back in the second half. Maybe having a couple of minutes to stew over what just happened. Because these rounds are going very quickly.
Yeah, they just need to focus on not dropping their demo and their meta early in the rollouts. Every round this thus far has been decided by the rollout. Like, there has been some token fights elsewhere on the map, including some pushing and pulling, but really, yeah, rollouts has been deciding. And they can afford to take it a little bit slower and just get themselves on a good ground. Keep your medics sort of in valley a bit if bombers is a problem. And don't, like, scouts just don't die early under any circumstances. Take ground, apply pressure, but like,
I mean,
OWS
isn't sacking all their players on beer out of the box. So
no, they're playing quite defensive, really.
Exactly. So there's no point to go, you know, all crazy and jump. And yeah, they should possibly look at what ONS is doing and try and just play as a maybe, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, gonna watch Sori on the rollout.
All right, I'll watch Deadly Hunter, see what they can pull out on the bombers this time.
Alright, well, Sori is just coming in on the door now. There's a sticky waiting for him, yet again being beaten out. And is Soldier Bomb?
Wow, big rockets by Deadly Hunter actually. Takes down Kaber. Players dropping for both sides though, in fact. I believe it's 4v5 here, and the medic is kind of trapped. Poor old Bear is just abandoned by both his soldiers. Not sure what that was about, but yeah, need to be playing with him a little bit more.
Yeah, that was miscommunication, pure and simple. Bear didn't even realise what was kind of happening and got left behind. I mean, I suppose the upside is that soldier didn't get out, I think. Oh, scout from behind! Nice rocket by
wow,
Tomberry.
Takes down Vinty. Got him down to like 5 HP on 98% Uber, and I'm sure he would have popped it if he had it. He'll be spewing.
Yeah, that's... wow. Spewing is the correct term. But this is good, though. That kind of a play is... might, bring them... bring up the morale a little bit anyway. They know they're going to have a pretty serious Uber advantage here, should they choose to use it. It looks as though they're electing to put AC on Sniper again.
Where is he sniping from? Just top right?
Yeah, top right. So he's just waiting for them to walk on through and hopefully catch that medic or demo. Secure themselves a tangible advantage anyway.
Yeah, they're happy to sit on last, and I would too here. I wouldn't be pushing out by any stretch of the imagination. They just need to be thinking about how they're going to defend this point. Not let the scout quickly cap. They've kind of lost a lot of these last pushes to just that scout bottom right. And where Crit Rockets is now, or where he was, just covering bottom right from the floor is probably the best way to be dealing with that. It's interesting to note that like these stickies are just not on the point. Like Sori needs to be reapplying these constantly. There's literally one sticky on the point.
And it's in the middle.
Yeah, he's now reapplying now, which is good to see. But like that is a constant battle, and he needs to be vigilant with that constantly.
Well, if there's two scouts sitting down the end there,
see, now there's one.
You fucking stickies.
Yeah.
They're just sitting down there. Look at them.
This is a game that they can play forever. You have instant resup. It's kind of one of the reasons why some teams like to put the demo on the left now. Right was the common thing for a long time because the idea was it was safer because they'd be forced to choose to bomb the demo or the combo. And then people realized they'll just always bomb the demo if they're smart. So you just have to put the demo on the same side as your team so that he's even safer. He can just sit on the spawn door and the primary kind of gives him a cushion space where he can reapply stickies.
Oh my god, Dorky!
Yeah, here we go. Scout on the point. Sticky's detonated. Scout on the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, and that's just rinse and repeat. Like they may have had proper pushes and stuff like that, but it's the same thing. A scout is coming from the left, jumping on the point, and that time, as you say, that was literally just a scout to pop the stickies, another one to jump on there.
Very tidy execution there by ONS, though. That's the sort of thing that not many teams do. You see Rewan do it a bit, but those sort of set plays is what separates the best of the bunch. As a super aggressive rollout here from ONS, they're just desperate to kill Sori. Basically another reround copy strat there, the whole soldier bomb behind. You get basically just what Rain does all the time.
Yeah. Not going to get the mid.
Yeah, the thing about these sort of strats is they do have hard counters. It's just really hard to know what they are on the fly when you're not a mentor. They can be really confusing. Like they need to be like playing from Valley, ignoring the crate. The demo man needs to be going balcony or Valley because going where he's going is just suicide. And you just win the roll up by ignoring those two players that grossly overextend bomb and really just punish their demo and the rest of their team as they push across the point.
And it's become
But it's quite a technical thing that ONS are doing here, and to show that it's working is a testament to clearly how much they play together. Because these are like the sort of things that, when they go wrong, they go horribly wrong. So they're clearly doing something quite right.
Indeed they are. And the medic dropping down.
Yeah, nothing achieved here by the Uber. The Pyro just completely negated it. Didn't even get bear to pop Uber. So nice work there by whoever that Pyro alt class was. And now they're in all sorts of trouble. They shouldn't be sacking players here. This isn't a good time.
That time possibly sticking on the same straights they've been doing. Maybe the scouts have got it hardwired into the run point.
Well, ONS know that they need to be pushing out now. And Kaber just loves that hidey spot. Yeah, he's... Oh dear. Two soldiers at last. Sticky's demo.
Was he just sitting above the point, sitting above the door on the left again?
Yep, he was there, and then he just went in top lane and out DM'd the soldier sitting on last point. Quite unfortunate, but those things do happen, and that's why you leave the player back at last. Just shit happens sometimes, and they lose that DM. You can't really fault what their scouts did. I suppose if they knew specifically where he was, they need to be looking out for that spot. And when you push out from last, it's not the sort of thing that's said often, but it's just assumed when you push out from last that one of the scouts will always go bottom left, up the two stairwells towards the spire, just so that pathway is covered.
Yeah. Dorky talking about his ping there, that might explain that double meat shot on the soldier on bottom left that led to that fourth cap. It was gorgeous. It was just a double meat shot before he even got one rocket off, and then obviously they ran one scout on point and then the other scout on again. Actually got a good view of that. That was nice. But yeah, I don't know, from the point of view of the red team here, of the Buzzin Hornets, like, if it's not working for you on mid, like, I keep thinking teams in Div 4 and stuff like that, they must have seen these aggressive strats. They must know how to negate them by now, because, you know,
it's not that easy. VR struggled with it for weeks before we worked out what to do, and
I'm more meaning because it's been around for so long. It's been such a common thing in the mid divs for so long now. Like,
in fact, I would wager that it's even more potent at this level, because like a lot of the decent counters to bombing soldiers is just like put a scout there, scout beats soldier, and like good scouts will massacre good soldiers.
But at this level,
at this level, it's not even close. Like the soldier just murders the scout. You got to hit a perfect meat shot with this giant thing with splash just landing on your face. It's really hard to deal with. Badlands, the meta of Badlands has just got progressively more and more aggressive as teams are working out that this shit actually works. And so yeah, you just need to respond to it by positioning. You need to change where you stand because the old spots are just not safe anymore because teams will premeditate land on you.
Yeah.
So if you mix it up, you really can surprise them, and just little drastic changes. Do something really dumb and different, and you'd be surprised how well it works sometimes. Like walking your met up through main, or walking your met up through under. These really, like, a textbook would say this is stupid play, but it's just like variation can really throw teams that do these premeditated bombs on you.
True that.
What map are we going to?
We're going to head on over to the next map now. So for those of you watching this on YouTube, for those of you watching on YouTube, hold fire, we are heading over to the second map now. Have a look in the description below and you'll be able to find a link to that, because I'm going to split the VODs up as per usual, possibly an interview afterwards as well. It's process. Damn it, I have no experience on this map. No mercy, carry again, please. But yeah, so we'll be over there in just a sec, folks. Don't go anywhere.